Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle. Thank you, as always, for joining us. All right, with today's executive order, Donald Trump has officially cemented his place in history as the most pro-female president ever.
The war on women's sports is over.
As trans lunatics are frenzied in defeat, we're going to talk to one of the winners in this battle. And as for Trump's bombshell Gaza proposal,
the president is willing to think outside the box, look for new and unique, dynamic ways to solve problems that have felt like they're intractable.
Middle East leaders say they were caught off guard, but Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he's here to tell us more. And what really has liberals fuming? That their taxpayer-supported slush funds are being zeroed out.
We will not shut up. We will stand up. We will speak up. We will rise up.
But have Dems found their resistance legs? And that brings us to Trump waste removal services. That's the focus of tonight's angle. You ever seen what happens when addicts can't find their fix? Well, it's pretty ugly. They'll do and say almost anything to get their drugs.
Listen, I need you to help me out, all right? I need you to give me some money, okay? I need you to give me like $5, like $20, something like that, because I'm in some trouble.
Well, official Washington has been addicted to spending for decades. And look, they use our money for their own pleasure trips, and they expect no consequences. Typical addicts, no accountability. And when their supply is threatened, they rant, rave, and babble.
Foreign aid isn't popular with the public. They don't know how much we spend on it. Well, I say to that is where we have to make a stand, because without that, we have no country.
We have no country without what exactly? Without the types of projects that USAID funds? They're totally unrelated to this president's priorities?
USAID awarded $2 million to strengthen trans-led organizations to deliver gender-affirming health care in Guatemala. USAID awarded $1.5 million for providing a gender-sensitive response to migration at the Venezuelan border. USAID awarded $4.3 million on October 1st, 2023 to a group to fund comprehensive health services for men having sex with other men in South Africa.
Yeah, these folks are junkies, not Nancy Mace. The people want to spend the money. Because without taxpayer money to waste, they turn into these complete sputtering fools. They can't heal their own party, but they claim to be able to heal the world?
The Republicans, they are losing when they attack our healers. Our healers have been stranded all over the globe. USAID has kept the peace in the globe. We are not colonizers. We are supposed to be a democracy. We honestly must ask this party to reevaluate its own relationship with God.
Her party, which fights for partial birth abortion and trans surgeries for minors, is going to accuse others of being godless for not blowing billions on climate and gender boondoggles? Nice try. The definition of incoherent, a political movement that obsessed on this.
We have to calm the rhetoric down. We have to make sure that we treat each other with respect and condemn the violence whenever it occurs.
He has increased his violent rhetoric, Donald Trump has, about political opponents.
But now the party's sounding like this.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. You and your little friend off of Twitter, y'all about to find out.
We are here to fight back.
We have got to tell Elon Musk, nobody elected your ass.
We have to fight this in the courts. We have to fight this in the Congress. We have to fight this in the streets.
Shut down the Senate. We are at war.
For decades, many of us have complained about the do-nothing Republicans, that every election season they promise to starve the beast, they bemoan the rise of the bureaucratic state, they pledge to bring transparency to Washington. Wouldn't that be great? But year after year, government spending only increased. Whack job programs kept getting funded, and the slush machine kept turning. But Trump 47 is changing all that. Having learned some pretty tough lessons from his first term, President Trump knows he has no time to waste if he really wants to slash government waste. And he knew this would require unconventional thinking from someone who, like himself, is used to defying the critics. Elon Musk's blitz through the federal government and its spending has put official Washington and its toadies on defense. They're scrambling now for an effective response. NBC is warning that Elon Musk and Doge are hacking the government with lightning speed, no less. Only D.C., by the way, would actually say that an effort to save taxpayer money, where staff are working 120 hours a week, that's somehow called hacking to them. Now, this piece unwittingly is hilarious because we're supposed to be frantic because his team of really smart people is there poring over office building leases, spending contracts, and employee performance with the stated intention of radical downsizing. You mean in all his free time between managing SpaceX and Tesla, Elon Musk is doing what President Trump committed to doing on the campaign trail? He called it the Department of Government Efficiency for a reason.
Although it is a humorous name, ironically, I think Doge will have a very serious, very serious and significant impact on government waste and fraud and abuse, which is really astonishing.
Hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe as much as $1 trillion, down a rat hole in D.C. every year. And now the Doge team is considering the elimination of entire departments and agencies that are not going to have any negative impact on the average American. Now, earlier this week, we exposed the corruptocrats at USAID, but again, that's just the tip of the bureaucracy. But will Trump really do what President Reagan once floated doing? Will he shutter the failed Department of Education? Sure sounds like it.
We're ranked #1 in cost per pupil, so we spend more per pupil than any other country in the world, and we're ranked at the bottom of the list. We're ranked very badly, and what I want to do is let the states run schools.
This is making those who benefit ideologically or financially from a perpetually unaccountable bureaucracy very agitated, even very belligerent they're becoming. Musk is their new public enemy #1.
This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed. Which, you know, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on TV. Anyways, all of that is to say is that they don't do their homework.
Anyways. Now, imagine being AOC and trying to convince voters that she's smarter than Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Now, nevertheless, the squad is fanning out, trying to stretch its clipped wings. Note what happens when these brainiacs are asked simple questions.
There are Americans who want the money that America spends abroad to be spent at home instead. Can you explain to those people why you think they should be interested in helping families like yours?
I think what is really important for the American people to understand is that this money really amounts to less than 1% of what our budget is as a country. It is money that goes to the most vulnerable around the world.
How arrogant can she be? Oh, it's just tens of billions of dollars. No biggie. No wonder America is in such massive debt. Now, New York senior senator was no more convincing.
Doge is operating in many ways like a shadow government. The American people will not stand for an unelected, secret group to run rampant through the executive branch. Being innovative is good. But, Mr. Musk, this isn't a tech startup. These are public institutions.
Now, we're supposed to believe that Chuck Schumer is now against unelected power. That's precisely what the bureaucratic state is. It's what Musk wants to put an end to. Yeah, all those independent agencies that run around like the people elected them, OPM, CFPB, the USAID, operate without any oversight and waste money that Congress never specifically authorized. But while Doge combs through this tangle of overspending, and thank the good Lord they're doing it, they do need to remember that if these Democrats ever win back the House, they will start subpoenaing everyone. They even tried that today on the Hill.
Who is this unelected billionaire that he can attempt to dismantle federal agencies, fire people, transfer them, offer them early retirement, and have sweeping changes to agencies without any congressional review, given his prominence and his importance? I move that the committee subpoena Elon Musk to come before it as a witness at the earliest possible moment.
Democrats are itching to get back into power. Why? To serve you? No, they want to launch more investigations. Yeah, re-weaponize the government. And they'll do it. They will try to bankrupt all of the Doge staffers. They probably couldn't do it to Musk. But look, if they could put him in jail, I have no doubt they would. But we must not let that happen. Now, moving toward the midterms, and they're right around the corner, believe it or not, the overriding question for voters must end up being, who governs the country? The bureaucrats or the people? Trump, Vance, and the Doge team believe that you should govern the country through your elected leaders. And right now, they're busy replacing a legacy of public cynicism and distrust of government with a new era of transparency and common sense. It's about time. And that's the angle.